Alright guys, it's time for Commander Kruger, aka the Shadow Ranger, to get his official unboxing. Let's take a look. So starting off, we've got the Lightning Collection logo, SPD Shadow Ranger on the front, this cool artwork on the side of the Shadow Ranger, and inside we got the figure. It's Commander Kruger head in the doggy form, and figure, the sword, looks like 2 extra hands, some battle effects over here, and the S.P.D. morpher badge. On the side, some more artwork. On the back, we've got the picture of the figure in a pose, your typical information down at the bottom. Here's what the bottom of the box looks like for anyone interested, and top is just blue. Interesting thing is each one of these Rangers, whatever their kind of primary color is, although he's often considered a black Ranger, but that's another story, is on the top. So Zedd was red, Red Dino Charge was red, White Mighty Morphin is actually like a gold, and then this is blue. So maybe secondary color or primary, I don't know, but it's kind of cool. They have different color tops. As well as when you stack them on the sides, you have this cool artwork over here. So now let's crack him open. Alright, so similar to the Lord Zedd review that I did, which you can check out in the card up here, you've got this background. Interesting thing here is they had actually 2 shades of red, kind of a lighter and a darker, whereas with Zedd it was the same color on both. Anyways, lightning bolt, cool, Power Rangers. So yeah, here's the figure. Let's pop him out. His head is very wide, and that's kind of been a common thing that people ask all the time about the show is how the heck does he fit this doggy head inside of a helmet? And well, that's the magic of morphing Power Rangers for you. So anyways, here's a look at the head. Very well painted. I like the eyes and the nose, and you've got kind of a, there we go, get in focus. You have the nice texture and gradients of, you know, the mask or the head, whatever you want to call it. It looks pretty good. I would say this is fairly show accurate. And of course, you've got his dreads in the back. So yeah, that's Commander Kruger, Doggy Kruger, as his nickname is. There's his head. So here's the sword. And overall, I think paint is acceptable. There could obviously be a little bit more paint on the face of this here, but they have the highlights right. They've got the black or the handle, the red portion there. This is gray. The blade is gray. Yeah, there's some little details in here they could probably paint, but that's really tiny stuff. And from a distance, it's perfect. One thing that I want to note here is this is pretty straight right now, but I'm a little worried about it. Right off the bat, I noticed this is a more bendy plastic than the regular Beast Morphers line, as well as Zedd's staff. This is a little more closer to what Bandai used to do with their swords, not quite as rubbery and bendy. I hated the Bandai swords because they were notorious for constantly getting bent and staying in a stuck bent position. I'm curious how this is going to fare. But I do think that this is a little stiffer, so I'll give it a chance. We'll see how it does, but it is pretty easy to bend. So we'll see. These are the additional hands that he comes with. He's got this pose here, as well as a fist, because, hey, if you're fighting, you need a fist. One thing I want to note here is that if you look at the fist, and I'll try to focus in here, on the knuckles, they do have kind of where it's rounded, and on the show, that's actually painted blue. Again, this is a very tiny detail. If for a $20 figure, not everything's going to be painted, but that's just a little side note that isn't painted, and it could be. Also to note, just like the Zedd figure, is that there is a piece here that can bend, so he can rotate his wrist kind of forward and backward, as well as once it's in the joint, he'll be able to turn it 360. Here's the swooshy battle effect. A nice rubber that can wrap around the sword or whatever weapon you want to use. Interesting. So at first when I opened this, I was like, what in the world is this? So this is apparently the neck when you have the dog head on. It's got that texture. Interesting. Here's the teeny tiny SPD morpher. And overall, I think it's pretty well painted. You can see SPD and all the little details in there. Again, it could be better painted. It could have like the red parts on this. The back is, if I can flip it, it's so tiny. The back is completely black. But overall, I mean, for displaying it, I mean, you're not going to get that close to it. It looks pretty good from the distance you're normally going to see this in. Again, it's tiny, and they got some really good tiny details here. All right, onto the figure. This is what everybody wants to see. So let's take a look at it. So right off the bat, I do notice that this badge is not painted gold. Excuse me, this badge is not painted silver, and it should be. Over here, it should be silver as well. It should be just like the visor. It should be silver, but it's not. I also notice this SPD badge here should be gray. Again, these are really tiny. You can see the size comparison of my finger. These are really tiny paint addles. Overall, I mean, look at this figure. I mean, it's really well painted. You've got, you know, the stripes going down the leg here. I mean, the belt's painted. So, I mean, it's a good paint job. I'm not knocking it. It's just I'm pointing out the minor little things that, you know, it may not have. Just so you know. So moving right along, the head turns full 360, just like the Lord Zedd figure did. It can kind of move up and down a little bit. This is actually its own kind of rubber piece, the vest here that sits on top of it, which kind of makes it more screen accurate, which is pretty cool. It's kind of a soft rubberish, so it shouldn't interfere with posing. Again, you can turn the waist here. That's kind of in place of a hip joint there. But also it has a double purpose where it can bend forward or backwards, so he can kind of do those poses as well. So yeah, it doesn't seem to bend as forward actually as the Zedd figure did. That's kind of as forward as it goes, and that's straight. It does bend, but anyways. The belt appears to be a separate, I don't know if you can tell, a separate piece. There you go, you can see the movement. On top of it, again, making it more show accurate. It's not just one mold. The sword holster is here, so I'll stick this in right there. There it is in the holster. The arms, they can move up, and they have a swivel here. They can spin, they can move back, and again you have that, just like the Zedd, that little wing there, that butterfly joint, or whatever it's really called, I'm not sure. But anyways, you can move the arm kind of forward and backwards a little bit with that. Overall, it's got a lot of good articulation in this figure with its arms. You've got double elbow joints, top and bottom, and that's as far as it bends here. Looking at the hand, again, you can bend it forward or backwards, as well as rotate full 360. I like that hand pose, that's kind of neat. Another thing that I notice is on the arms, you see these round sections here, kind of egg-shaped on either side. Notice how it has them down here and they're painted gray. They should be gray, and they're not. Just one solid piece of blue. I wish they could have done that. As well as there should be a red part kind of wrapping around here where this part is. And that is also not painted there. But they did get the red on the belt. They got the red on the, the neckline. It's pretty much like the neckline here. There should be a red hair going through here. But, it is what it is. So that's that. Figure can kick to the side, kick to the front. I like how they have that kind of textured boot on there. And as you can see, there's the copyright information And just like Zedd, I wonder if this also says 2018, as I thought that was interesting. And bingo, it sure does. Copyright 2018 Hasbro. Interesting that it's 2019 and these say 2018. So that tells me they've been working on these figures for a long time, since way before they were able to sell Power Ranger properties and such. So these legs actually turn here, so if you wanted to kind of turn the joints. I don't remember if Zedd did that or not. But this one definitely does. And again, kick forward, kick to the side. The legs don't really go backwards because, again, it hits his butt cheek, just like the Zedd figure. I'm saying that a lot, so there's a card up here if you want to watch Zedd unboxing video. Knees, again, same as Zedd. There's a top and a bottom joint there for bending both sides. And look at that, they even got the paint on the knee there. That is awesome. Kudos to Hasbro for that, because you don't even see it when he's standing there. But when you bend it, they actually took the time and painted it there. And look, you can actually see they painted behind this, that stripe. Wow, that's pretty cool. Going to the feet, it can kind of move a little bit forward and backwards, just like Zedd, again. Not much, but you can break his ankle, just like Zedd, if you want to. No, seriously though, this is for posing them, and when you have them on an uneven surface, legs are split, you can have the feet flush on the ground, that way that they will balance pretty well. Overall, this is pretty cool. I like it. I'm going to put the Commander Kruger doggy head on. Let's see how hard this is. That wasn't too hard to pop off. And as you can see, this is what a headless ranger looks like. Just kidding. There's this little joint here. That looks really weird. Anyways. Let's put the neck on. I'm not sure which way this goes. If it goes this way or have it backward. I think it looks about right. Good enough. And let's put the doggy head on. There we go. And that works pretty well. Yeah. He just got his neck and turns and up and down. I mean, it has the same motion and articulation as the other head, and it works really well. I like that. That's pretty cool. Wow, it looks really good. So you can pose him and, you know, put his helmet under his arm like the Rangers are prone to do when they have their helmets off, and that's pretty cool. I like that. So the sword effect, we'll put that on here. Not sure which way is up or down, or that it really matters. But you get the idea. That looks pretty cool. Thumbs up. I'm not sure which hand is supposed to hold this SPD morpher. I will assume it's this one. Maybe not. It's this guy. Let's see, what does the box do? So in the box, he's not holding it. Well, that's helpful. Anyways, one of these hands, play around with it, you should be able to get it to hold the SPD morpher, which I think I could if I was not having a camera in between me and the figure. I could do this better. There we go. See? Holding the morpher. SPD, you're under arrest. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I like this. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Quick unboxing. And I have more of these coming. I have, like I said before, I've already reviewed the Lord Zedd figure. I plan to do the White Mighty Morphin Ranger and the Red Dino Charge next. So stay tuned, hit subscribe, and hit that like button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.